Hi. After I finished that last short video, I realized I should probably explain maybe not my whole process, but some of the things I'm doing to help encourage myself and to get my health back in track. Because as you can imagine, after going through something like, excuse me, sun is coming out. After going through something major like ankle surgery and the brain surgery, you can't just like get back up on the horse. You can't just like run the marathon. There's steps to that. So of course I had to do much physical therapy for both surgeries. But currently now I've been, working on more progressive things. It was a long year of just trying to learn how to move my body again. Again, there's a lot more details to all of that that I don't necessarily need to or maybe don't want to share. But now that I've built a lot of stamina up and I'm able to do a lot more than I was, I do things like I love to walk our dog. I really want to get back to us taking more adventure hikes. We live in an area where there are lots of beautiful trails, and we're blessed to have that. So I'd really like for us to be able to get along and do that and explore the things close to us even before we go very far. We've lived where we have for over 22 years, and we've probably only seen a smidge of what is around us. And I always believe in exploring locally, and I love to visit small businesses and support my friends and small businesses that they have. So, trying to think, I can't remember how long ago. I'd say probably at least 6 months ago. I had to start with baby steps. So last year I was discharged from all of my physical therapy things, and I decided to do some yoga. I've started with chair yoga, and I know that sounds funny, but it really, really works. It helps with their balance, it helps with strength, it helps to stretch all the muscles and things that maybe haven't been working properly for a while. And I felt a lot of benefit to it. I could see right away changes in my body. So I've kept up with that, and I've added some standing type yoga things. And I also recently, in the last few months, have added back in some strength training. In my past, I have loved going to the gym or working out at home. There were times where I would do it like every day, and maybe a little bit obsessed about it. I'm not a perfectly athletic or professional or gym coach or anything like that. It's just in my life I've always been physical. So you can imagine these two things that I had done, the ankle surgery and the brain surgery. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you'll have to go back to the previous video. But those things really knocked me off my horse, and I needed to get back to these things to just feel better about myself. Also, just getting outside, doing what I'm doing now, being out in the fresh air and the vitamin D. I mean, a lot of that was suffering during the time of my recovery. I had to spend so much time off of my feet or in bed recuperating and not really going much of anywhere. And I could notice in my body that it wasn't good for me. So I still have to do things very slowly, take things very slowly, and recovery from this is not like, it's not a quick fix. It's something, it could be years, and it could be years before I see improvement, and I do have limitations. I'm pretty sure I mentioned in a previous video, but I am Christian. I am a follower of Christ and God, and I do believe in healing, but I don't know how that's going to come about, if I'm going to see that anytime soon. And so I just keep hope. I just keep hope, and I do the best that I can on my own. I move my body, and I try to eat as healthy as possible. Um, I watch, I try to watch the amount of snacks that I eat, and junk food. And that's so hard. That's so hard because even our so-called healthy food, yeah, it's hard to find healthy food. That also brings me to another good point. I mean, maybe your passion is just having a garden. I know I love gardens, and my husband is the one with the green thumb. I'll admit that. He's done a lot of the gardening for us over the years. And this year, unfortunately, not a lot of things came to fruition, and that's sad, but it happens. It was just a struggle year for the vegetables. Although he did grow some amazing avocado plants. And so we had so many of those, we actually gave them away as gifts last December. And so far, everyone's really loved them. He's got a green thumb. So hopefully, as I continue to get better in my health and we continue to move along and progress with the things that we need to do to get us out there on the road, which I hope it comes soon, because the waiting, I hope that will help us so that when we do get on the road, I can get back to doing things I love with my husband, hiking and things with our dog, and exploring new places in and around us, and also traveling further out. That we've visited several states across our country, but there's so much that we haven't explored, and I really want to see what there is out there. So tell me, what kinds of things do you like to do to keep active, to keep healthy? Maybe you're overcoming some health challenge, or maybe you just want to be more fit. And YouTube has some great things. My yoga and my strength training has derived from some favorite YouTube channels that I found when I wasn't able to go out and get to a gym, which I still can't, but that's a different story. So that's, what do you like to do? When I was younger, I used to do horseback riding. I have done martial arts. Like I said, I was very active. I did dance for several of my years when I was a bit younger. And I still love to do a lot of those things. But, you get to a certain point and sometimes things just change and evolve, and maybe you can't or don't want to do the things that you did before. So what do you like to do? What keeps you active? What keeps you mentally stimulated? Maybe you just like to read. I mean, I like to read the Word, and I listen to the Word when I'm busy doing chores around the house. And, just making the chores around the house fun. You can dance around while you're mopping or vacuuming the floor. Nobody's going to see you, or if they do, so what? We should have joy in everything that we do. Find a little bit of joy in your day. So, how do you find joy in your day? What keeps you physically and mentally stimulated? And what are your plans going forward? Are you seeking out adventure on the road like we are? Or maybe it's just something small. Maybe you like to draw, write. Maybe you write books. So share what you like to do in the comments. And if you'd like to know more about what I'm doing physically, to keep active, if you'd like to know more about the chair yoga that I'm doing, or the fitness training, I'm definitely seeing what the kids would call the gains, It makes you feel good. It's very much needed when you go through hard times and challenges physically and emotionally and mentally, and I think everyone can benefit from that. So to avoid babbling on and on about what I do, and I'm really interested to see if any of the people that have decided to follow us have some of the same or similar interests. Maybe I can learn something from you. So comment below. And if you like what I'm sharing, maybe you'll consider subscribing to my channel. It would really help me a lot. I'm hoping to get enough subscribers so that maybe we can go live, so we can kind of feel like we're doing a one-on-one and talk back and forth to each other, get to know each other a little bit better. I'm really excited about where we could go with this. So I'll leave you with that, and enjoy your day, and may you have many blessings, and I will see you in the next one. Bye now.